Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Awkward Question Time. Please welcome your host, Alex Leam.
Right, now where were we? Hello, and welcome to Awkward Question Time with me, Alex Leam, the show where I take a panel of comedians and subject them to an hour's worth of awkward and stupid questions. Thanks to everybody that watched and commented last week, and also thanks to Graham Whistler for guest hosting as well. Much obliged, sir. Much obliged. Not all of the questions come from me. Rest of them will be coming from you as well. Submit your questions for the panel. More cringe, the better. In the comments section, please, and answer along with us as we go along. And give us a share, retweet, or subscribe on YouTube. Those channels are my Facebook page at Alex Leam Stand Up. Follow on Twitter at Alex Leam and search Alex Leam on YouTube. And also like the new, I keep meaning to take the new bit out of that because it's a month old now. It's not that new. Like the new Awkward Question Time Facebook page at Awkward Question Time. If you're not watching live and you're watching the replay, then let us know where and at what time you're watching in the comments. But do join us live Sunday nights at 8:30. And are you watching us on a proper TV? If you are, then DM me a picture. Take a picture at some point during the show. Could be now. Why not? It's my best side. And DM it, because I do like getting those pictures. And if you are enjoying the show and want to support it, why not? Then donate via paypal.me/Alex Leam and Ko-fi.com/Alex Leam as well. All donations will be split up and given out amongst tonight's panel. A warning for tonight's panel, don't go planning your retirement based on the donations that we've had in previous weeks, which have been shit. Also, another way to get a question in is to send a text to the show's Nokia 3310. The number is on screen, 07508 76619. I always wanted to do this. That number again is 07508 796619. So there we go. We've had one text already, which is Twisted. George Coppin, I know it was you. With all that in mind, let's bring on tonight's panel. So please welcome Graham Rayner, Quenby Harley, Leanne Eastoe, and Lou Williams. Good evening to you all. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Right, so on the comments, yes, George is watching. We've got your text, George. We will be putting that to the panel soon. Roger Poulter as well. Hello, Roger. Good to see you back in the hot seat. Thank you very much indeed. Cool. So lots of people watching. And straight on to the first question, which is related ever so slightly to a bit of pre-show chat that we had, which is, let's name Leanne's new cats. So Leanne, if you want to tell the people watching the story, you've got two cats and you don't know what their names are.
No, I've inherited two cats off my nan, and I don't know what the names are, so we're not off to a good start. So maybe we could think of some names.
Cool. How old do you think the cats are?
So I've been told that one is really old, like it's near the end, and I've been told the other one is pretty much still a kitten.
Ah, okay.
Are they both boys?
I don't know. So maybe we could have some unisex names.
Oh.
I can tell you that one is black and grey, white and grey, and the other one is ginger and white.
Oh. Can we see them?
Well, they're not here yet, so they're coming next week.
Okay, the Ginge, we could call that one Harry / Harriet. And what do you say the other colour?
White and grey.
White and grey. Let's think of a real old person's name.
Is that the really
older
old cat?
Yeah, that's the old cat.
Oh,
What about Uncle Andrew?
I've had a thought, but it's really fucking dark.
Oh, go for it. We like dark, especially this early.
I mean, if your granny just passed away, maybe you could call the grey one Ash.
Nan's Ash.
You weren't kidding, were you?
No, my mind goes straight to dirt because I'm just thinking I can now tell people I've got a ginger pussy.
Very nice. Very nice. A couple of people watching have some suggestions. If you're saying that one's old and one's young, Kerry Robinson has said, how about Rupert Murdoch and Jerry Hall? Darren Archer going for a bit of a curveball, but quite a good pairing. Chris Akabusi and Cher.
I was thinking of Cat Sharp, as in like Pat Sharp, but Cat Sharp. I don't know why I just thought that was nice.
I like that. I like Cat Sharp.
Yeah.
I still think if the Ginge is going to be called Harry or Harriet, the old one should be called Uncle Andrew, personally.
Is it like pizza?
Yeah.
Question.
I'm thinking of like Spice Girls. We could have like Ginger Puss and Old Puss.
Those two are the same thing these days.
Whoa, nice. Katie does comedy. I've been telling people that for years, Leanne. Oh, the Ginger Pussy. Right, got it. Okay. With you. Okay. That was a brilliant moment when those two things connected in my head. That was Intercontinentia, Benny Two Bananas. Who knows Benny? That's because that's a great screen name, Benny.
Oh, I know Benny.
That big world-weary sigh told us so much.
He must be very talented. It takes a talented person to manage 2 bananas at the same time.
No comment.
Wonderful. It's nice to know I take a week off and if things are just as random as ever, it's quite reassuring. Actually, it's quite reassuring. So one more comment just come in. Let's have a look. Bagpuss. That's quite a traditional one. I like that. I like that.
What about Bert and Ernie?
Bert and Ernie, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel a gay couple because that's Bert and Ernie's energy.
I love that. I'm feeling that. You feeling that?
Do you know what? I'll probably forget the names next week anyway. So.
Bert and Ernie shared a bed, didn't they?
I could just call them.
On Sesame Street.
I could call one cat, and then I would never have to remember it. I would always remember its name, like short for Catalina or Catherine.
I like that.
Well, my son's cat. I've got 4 here, which have all got stage fright, and the girl is my son's cat, and he decided to name her Puss.
Top Cat. I like that one.
Top Cat's good, yeah.
We had a cat when I was growing up that was black, and for the 14 years it was alive, it was just called Black Cat because we could never settle on a name for it. Nothing suited. So, and you'd think as like time goes on, it would lend itself to a name. No, it's just like a complete void in your head when you think, let's name it. I can't. She's just Black Cat, and that was it. That's all she was ever known as.
Jim, my nan's old neighbours, like we're talking when I was a really young kid, had a dog. It was a black dog, and they called it Darky. And I never thought about that at the time. But now, as an adult, I sort of question their morals, morals or their sort of personality. You know, at the time when I was about 6, that meant nothing to me. As an adult,
it was the fact that Lou nearly choked when you said that made that. Oh, okay, and Graham's rage quit. Okay, all right, fair enough. So, hopefully Graham will come back on soon. It's just his Wi-Fi has dipped out. On to our next question. Why should people continue to watch Awkward Question Time and not switch over to Line of Duty at 9 o'clock? So we need some compelling reasons. He's back. Hey. Hello. Welcome back, Graham.
can you still hear me? Because my screen has froze.
Yes.
No, we can hear you.
Okay, I'll just carry on then.
That's cool. So for the benefit of Graham, who's just come back, why should people continue to watch Awkward Question Time and not switch over to Line of Duty at 9 o'clock? Feel free to make some shit up about what's going to come in the last half hour.
Well, personally, I would say that you should continue to watch AQT for the simple reason that you can't pause us, but you can pause that.
Yes. Yes, valid point. And also, it's a season opener. First half hour is going to be slow. You could probably even miss it, and then just pop back in.
And there's no characters on that show that are going to be as wonderful as Leanne.
That's it. That we're less censored, so you're going to get more Random.
true. If I was watching it, I'd be watching to spot sort of like how the COVID restrictions have made it a bit weird to try and film it. Like if you're trying
Whereas
to play
it's
somebody...
really upfront how that's made this weird.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. The distance is pretty obvious, but yeah.
Has Graham gone again?
He has. He's now trying to attempt re-entry. Hang on. There we go. I can just see a spinning ball. I don't know about the rest of you. No. No, and Leanne's got... Oh, for God's sake! This is a fine welcome back. This is nice. Okay, well, while that's all sorting themselves out, Rosie Francis.
I could get my tits out if that would be appealing to anyone. You're not going to see that on Line of Duty.
Oh, honey, yours would be more appealing than mine. Crack on.
I mean, they are cracking.
I've lost my cleavage thanks to Slimming World. I mean, I could try, but I'm pretty flat-chested these days.
You do actually look amazing, Alex, I must say. Since I last saw you in person, you do look very, very well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hang on a second. Hang on. Let's see if we can get them both back in. Yeah, hello. Oh, yay! Graham, can you hear / see us? No.
Can you respond in any way, Graham?
With this severe lag, it's like talking to a drunk. It's amazing. It's like, how many fingers?
I've never experienced it from the other side. I'm usually the one that's drunk that people are trying to talk to. Like, Leanne, move from the toilet. You know, people need to move. No.
Okay, Darren Archer has given a compelling reason to stick with us because of the light racism and the ginger pussy jokes. Yeah, you don't get that with Line of Duty. No, we're merely pointing out racism. We're not, royals.
We're not advocating for racism.
No.
I'm not anyway. I don't know what the rest of you have got planned, but I'm not advocating for racism.
He's out again. It's like the hokey cokey tonight. In, out. Paula's sing. Yeah, Paula is sing some double entendres, sniggering at attempting re-entry and the spinning ball. That says a lot about your experience, Paula. So
I think it was very mature of us not to take that down the route of cheap, dirty jokes, and I'm just a little bit disappointed in your audience. I'm just gonna sit there. I'm not angry. I'm just a little bit disappointed.
You're just upset. You're just disappointed. He's back. Should we call you a taxi?
Has anyone else just noticed that Graham looks a little bit like someone's painted a beard on a thumb?
Oh yeah.
It's probably a good job that he can't hear or see us at the moment, because he would. Yeah, it would kick off now. So, are you looking for a pen now to put a beard on your thumb?
I am 100% doing that.
Okay.
I think we all should.
I'm fighting every urge to do the same.
Let's do it. Come on, I've got a pencil case right
okay.
here. Let's do it.
I'll try one. Okay, this is happening. This is on.
Let's do it.
I didn't think it would be going to. What's nice is we've got a lovely.
So are we actually trying to make our thumbs look like Graham?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, oh, good. Yeah. For a second there, I thought I'd pick the Sharpie up. That'd be a bit.
No, I nearly did.
I'd like to put some cat ears in his beard.
I hope he's all right. I see. Yeah. There we go. How you doing on Kermit? You? Oh, very nice, very good. A strong start so far. This is mine. There we go.
Oh, that's quite good.
Oh,
I don't have a pen next to me.
Nice. George Coppin is noticing that the lag. Oh, that's very good, Kwame. The lag with Graham is reminding him of when Slattery was on. Slattery's lag was so bad, he answered the previous question. That's how far behind he was. Graham looks like he's plotting the end of the world from his mother's basement. There we go. He's popping back in. I think we'll come back to him. Pop your thumbs down. While he pops back in, thumbs down. Let's get on to our next question. Our next question. Have you ever had a nickname? And if so, why is it? We'll come to you first, Quen, because you've got the most dirty laugh when we said that. So what was your nickname, or what was it?
I mean, I've had a few different nicknames. The one that really stuck though was in the first week of secondary school, somebody on my bus said that I looked like a troll, and then my nickname for 5 years was Troll. To the point that there are people who went to school with me for those 5 years who don't know what my real name is. So I spent 5 years being called Troll.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I don't think I was ever cool enough for a nickname at school.
I was not cool. That was not okay. Oh, Troll, one of the gang. That was not a friendly nickname.
He's back and he's moving. Hey, can you hear us, Graham?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I can. I couldn't answer the question if I couldn't hear you, could I?
Well,
sorry about that. I don't know what happened there.
But Quenby came up with a novel solution to you not being with us, as in we painted your likeness onto our thumbs.
I do look a bit like a thumb. Yeah.
So, can you judge who did the best job out of all of us?
I can't see Leanne's.
I was going to say, I didn't do one, so...
Was that out of respect for me, Leanne?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Leanne's the winner, everyone, I think.
She didn't have a pen.
She didn't have a pen.
Oh, okay.
You see how we close ranks and protected Leanne there?
Yeah. Have I missed the line of duty question?
Yeah. If you wanted to offer up why people should stay with us.
Because I haven't really said anything yet because of Wi-Fi issues. That's the main reason.
That's true. It's all got to go off in the last half hour. Now he's back.
Yeah, and also line of duty is always the same, isn't it? Just some bent copper, and that's it.
Yeah. Oh, Darren Archer was shared. Yeah, Darren Archer shared his nickname. I broke the lock on my mate's front door, and for 5 years I was called Chubbs.
Is this a nickname question then?
Yes. So, have you ever had a nickname, or do you currently have a nickname?
Not really, but I do have a good story about a few people at university who ended up with similar nicknames for similar reasons. So, in Freshers Week, one lad was indulging in some female company and caught a dose, and therefore for the next 3 years was called Clapper. And then another guy caught a dose of something else and was called Thrusher. And the final guy, these were all in the same group of lads, had a bit of an accident, we shall call it. And his nickname was he was Banjo. So I'll let you judge what might have happened to him. I don't know any of their real names to this day. They were good friends of mine. So, yeah, Banjo was the worst one. He was a bleeder. Let's just put it that way. Alex is now wondering. Oh, yeah, that's the face. Yeah.
Okay.
Snapped it in two.
Right. I know a guy that's nickname was it was called Rabbit because he was born with 2 front teeth. But he told but he told everybody because he was really fast in bed. I don't know whether that. I'm not sure whether that was any better than telling people he was born with 2 front teeth. But
okay.
What do you mean by he was born with 2 front teeth? Like, surely everyone's born with 2 front teeth.
No, you're born.
Like, I've got 2 teeth in the front. Is that weird?
Yeah, you're just born with gums.
Oh right, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't spend any time around children. I don't know how they grow.
You water them.
Okay, cool.
Keep them out of direct sunlight.
Yes,
Yeah.
don't feed them after midnight.
Yeah. Kitty Messalina, I have a friend who used to call me Gigi and now calls me JJ. Both names are related to bra sizes. I've gained weight over our friendship.
Very good.
Weirdly enough, I don't know if you just joined, Kitty, but we had quite a serious debate about how our cup sizes have changed over recent weeks as well. So mine have decreased. Yeah, I'm now completely flat-chested. Who's not answered in terms of nicknames? Why do I get the feeling you have one that you don't want to talk about, Lou?
Mate, because I haven't got one. That's why I
You
didn't
haven't got
answer.
one? Ah,
Never
okay.
had one.
Okay, Kitty's back on. Okay, let's just enjoy what she's. I may know something about this. Okay, I just joined. Yeah, sorry, Feet and Ball Show over on Boozy Dent in the House. It's fair to say it never ceases to amaze me the avenues we go down, and that's not a euphemism. So yes, I've enjoyed that. My nickname at secondary school, and this started when I was 11 and carried all the way through to college and lasted until I was 18, was Elvis. And the only reason that happened is because I used to use a lot of hair gel. That was it.
Seems legit.
It was the early 90s. I was 20% shockwaves. No, that's fair enough. But yeah, there was a point when people knew my nickname but didn't know my real name. So keep your viewer questions coming in for the panel. Do you want the one that we've had by text? Oh, blimey, we've had 2 more messages. Check that out.
Get the 3310 out.
2 messages received. Let's check. So, oh God, they're both from Roger Poulter. All right, deep breath, everyone. Okay. He starts his first text with, "This is not for broadcast." Then I read on, and that's definitely not for broadcast. And he's just put, "Graham was buffering." Yeah, we know that. Good job you don't work for tech support, Roger. So the question that came in by text from George Coppin, I will read this out. Don't worry, I won't make you all read that. Here's put. Out of Mr. Blobby, Dawn French, Joe Brand, and Alex Leam, who would you be most surprised to wake up to the next morning? From worst to best.
Is it most surprised or most upset?
He said surprised, but feel free to interpret that in any way, shape, or form. I mean, surprise could be linked to could lead to being upset, I suppose.
I wouldn't mind waking up to any one of yours.
A diplomatic answer, Leanne.
Yeah, I'll make the best out of any situation.
I'm not a fucking coward. I'm going to answer this question. I'm going to go in depth. What 4 people again?
Your options are Mr. Blobby, Dawn French, Joe Brand, and me.
Okay. Don't take this personally. I'm going to put you last because you're not really my type.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Clearly I'm not lose either.
I haven't said a word.
I rewatched The Vicar of Dibley over lockdown because what else am I going to fucking do with my time? I watched it. And the thing is, Dawn French looks exactly the same in like the things she recorded last year as she did in the things recorded like 20 years ago. So I'm going to go Dawn French next. Joe Brand is next because I feel it would be like. I mean, I love her as a comedian, and I would love to have a chat with her over coffee and eggs in the morning afterwards, and just for the sheer getting a unique and memorable like photo to put on social media, I want to wake up in bed next to Mr. Blobby.
Okay.
Do you know what? I think I'll put Mr. Blobby last because for the same reason I don't go for overweight men, because I'm overweight enough, and I just can't imagine the logistics in the bedroom of two overweight people. So I think thinking about his stomach and my stomach, I'm not sure whether we could get close enough to each other to enjoy ourselves.
I have some diagrams as a fellow fat person. I have some diagrams I would like to show you about how to work the angles.
Okay, so it's doable.
Do you have them close at hand? These diagrams?
Not to hand.
Okay. Could you sketch a couple out before the show finishes?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna get some paper.
Okay. That's his mission. That's his mission.
Welcome to Art Attack.
See, we're also learning as well. See, this is why you stay with us.
It's a fun panel show, but also pretty highbrow, like QI.
I'm still reeling from the fact that Quenby wasn't happy that Dawn French hasn't changed her look, but somehow ranked Mr. Blobby top. Because Mr. Blobby continuously reinvents himself. He's just, it's like Prince.
No, to be clear, I was not like complaining that Dawn French hadn't changed her look. I was like, she's still looking pretty good. But, Joe Brand's comedy icon, who I love, and Mr. Blobby would be a memorable, a good photo opportunity.
See, I think at this stage I'm going to have to put Mr. Blobby last, for the simple reason I don't like the thought of someone covered in what looks suspiciously like sexually transmitted spots all over him.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite happy about that. I think he's a bit of a dirty stop out. So I think, no, he's all yours. Mr. Blobby is no threat.
Yeah.
Who would I be more surprised about? Probably Joe Brand and Dawn French together at the same time, because none of us are small girls. So to try and fit us all in my double bed is just not going to happen.
From reading this text first off, I never thought logistics would come into this so much as it has.
You got to think about
thinkers.
So, Graham, your thoughts?
I think the key word being surprised. I'd be surprised by any of them equally, frankly, because I live in Dewsbury in West Yorkshire. I have relatively good security on my house. So if any of them manage to get in and get past the sleeping dog and somehow invade the bedroom, I'd be frankly terrified and surprised by all of them. Although Dawn French would probably be most fun.
I've done my first diagram, so just showing that again in that position, belly is not an issue. Okay.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's like a cave painting.
Yeah, I love it.
That's fantastic. Further viewer comments. Darren Archer, the problem with fucking Mr. Blobby is, you're not the only guy inside him.
That is not
very nice.
Can I just say, did that say rim shot? Did that caption say rim shot?
It did.
It's very appropriate, I think.
It did, because that is the name of that sound effect.
Very good. I thought it was a whole different thing.
No. That really, honestly, that is the name of that sound effect. So I'm not making that up. Kitty Messalina. Super King beds are brilliant, but if you have 3+, get separate covers so the middle spoon doesn't overheat. Can stick a leg out.
That's really good advice, Kitty. Thank you, darling. That's provided that Dawn and Joe do come to my house for a threesome. That is.
There we go. Forever with the logistics. I love the fact that Quenby is still sketching away.
He's helping me. He's helping me out here, and imagine I've got more possibilities if I can figure out how to shag a fellow fatter.
What sticks in my mind was Edinburgh 2015 before I lost all of this weight. I was 6 stone heavier, and a random woman came up to me. She went, "I really like fat men." Right, thinking, result? I went, oh, really? What's that? She went, because they're more grateful.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
So, I've got another one. Yeah. So this one is. I went a slightly different way. So this is Mr. Blobby having some kinky sex. So he's got a little flogger there, and he's handcuffed you down, and is just riding it like a champion.
Have you hidden some sort of cam in my bedroom, Quimby?
I remember when I first started dating, actually, and I was really concerned about my weight and how I might look. And I sort of remember, so I was on the bed in a doggy style sort of position, and I just got all of the blankets and pillows and just pulled them in to try and disguise my body from this person. Yeah. I was pillow and blanket just together in one.
Leanne, we've all done it.
Yeah.
We've all done it.
I think you just got to lean into it. I think just be like, yeah, I've got a big fucking belly, and it is hot as fuck.
Own it. Yeah.
Just like Mr. Blobby.
Yeah, Mr. Blobby knows he's a sex symbol and is not ashamed of anything.
We'll get on to the next question before Graham completely breaks down. So I think we're pushing it slightly. Changing the subject massively. What song do you hate with a passion? So what song instantly springs to mind? Kitty, Messalina, really enjoying your diagram there.
Thank you.
Yes,
I'm an educator.
Yes. Very much, very much. I'll start with this one. There is there's several, but there was a song by Train. You know the band Train. They did Drops of Jupiter years ago. That was a great song. That was a brilliant song. But they did one about 7 years ago where the lyrics were "Can't swim, so I took a boat to an island so remote only Johnny Depp has been to it before."
Wow,
that boiled my piss every time I heard it. I'm thinking, that's just that. You wrote Drops of Jupiter. What the fuck are you doing? What is actually wrong with you? And around about the same time, there was another song out. I can't remember the artist, but he was basically asking for his girlfriend's dad's permission to marry this girl.
Oh,
marry that girl.
I hate that song.
And it's just like this really whiny bit where he was being turned down by the dad and going, "Why'd you have to be so cruel? Probably because you're a little pussy. Now get out." Anyway, they're the songs that genuinely wind me up. Any more spring to mind from everybody else? Roger said the Mr. Blobby song. Have that one in your mind, along with the mental image we've provided tonight.
The one Alex just said, I cannot stand the Mary song. It's an awful song. And for the same reasons that Alex said, but I also can't stand Cotton Eye Joe. It's on every party. It's on at every wedding, every party, every bar mitzvah, every fucking funeral. I can't stand it. I want to kill him.
For the same reasons as well, like for the bad lyrics. I don't know if anyone remembers, but there was a song called "Life" by Desiree.
Yes.
And there's one line that says, "I don't want to see a ghost. It's a sight that I fear the most. I'd rather have a piece of toast." Like,
watch the evening news. Yes. I'd bloody awful.
Toast, yeah. I mean, it just speaks to my soul. Those lyrics are epic.
Yeah, I mean, it would take a team of surgeons to uncurl your toes after hearing something like that, doesn't it? It is that bad. Any song by Justin Bieber, says George Coppin. Kitty's back on. I can't stand songs about low self-esteem being attractive. Like that's what makes you beautiful by One Direction. With you all the way, especially with the One Direction bashing.
Mate,
Darren
anything with
Archer.
One Direction.
Absolutely. Darren Archer, Michael Jackson, You Are Not Alone, scares the hell out of me. He's dead. Thanks, Darren. So, Graham, is there any songs that grind your gears?
I was initially thinking of Do They Know It's Christmas? Because
which version?
Lyrically, well, the lyrics of the whichever version, There Won't Be Snow in Africa This Christmas Time, always piss me off because it's factually inaccurate and I don't like that. And also the fact that, that Bono clearly had a massive, if I don't get to sing that line, I'm not doing it. There was definitely that going on. And then every 20 years they'll wheel out whoever is on Vogue. I think Dizzy Rascal did a rap in one version, which
2004.
Oh, well done for the trivia. I mean, I've tried to blank it out of my memory, but yeah, 2004. He'd have only been about 5 years old then, wouldn't he? That's quite impressive, actually. So that is that. But then today, new entry today, I would say Giant by Rag and Bone Man, because some people erroneously say I look like Rag and Bone Man because I'm fat, bald,
which
with
is
a beard.
ridiculous because you look like my thumb.
Yeah.
I've had to wipe it off.
My wife said to me,
coming off on my beard.
My wife said to me today that she was going to play Giant at my funeral, which felt quite sinister when I think about it. Is that she's sort of she's printing off orders of service right now. So
yeah, but Graham, come on, she is only human after all.
Oh.
I'll get my coat.
Where are you going? Can't go anywhere.
There's a particular video that I hate. So do you remember Maroon 5, Sugar? Where they crash everyone's wedding and everyone just seems really happy about it. And I can tell you now, if those guys crashed my wedding, I'd be fucking fuming. But who said you could take the limelight away from me and get up on stage?
Apparently they were all in on it.
Well, I would not be happy. It's my day.
Leanne, I've been married, love. It's an overrated experience. It really is.
Quentin, what about you? What songs really?
So I don't like listen to much music in general. I often won't like notice if a song's on until someone points it out to me. So I've got two like time specific things. One was at the Edinburgh Fringe in 2019, and I did a show, and at the end of it, the person running that show made me sing "And I Would Walk 500 Miles," and I really hated that experience.
Okay.
And I made a vow that day that I would do everything I could to sabotage that comedian's career.
Well, my progression's been fuck all since, so mission accomplished.
The other one is
dropped halfway. Then, oh dear God.
The other one is because I'm a queer person. It's Fairy Tale of New York, not because of the line where they say a gay slur, but because every fucking Christmas, like people like have to ask me what's your opinion, and I'm just like, I don't fucking care anymore. Like, I would prefer you don't sing it, but also I just don't want to have this seasonal debate every fucking year. I'm so tired of it.
There's a lot of things that could like keep being rehashed at Christmas. That included where you just think, oh, give it up.
Yeah.
That can fuck off, as well as Whamageddon. That can fucking do one, as far as I'm concerned. Like, there isn't enough unnecessary anxiety around Christmas. You don't need a bit more heaping on. So, viewer comments. Alex, I'm surprised you haven't mentioned Love Shack. No, well, yeah, don't get me started.
Love Shack your nickname from the earlier question?
Yes, it is. I've also got a rusted tin roof. Busted, 3,000 with the lyrics are, and your great-great-great-granddaughter is pretty fine, truly creepy. Yes, for some weird reason, Busted, that's what I go to school for, appeared on a random playlist the other day. If you examine the lyrics of that, it doesn't age well. Hasn't aged well at all.
Yeah.
In fact, when the show's over, go and Google the lyrics to That's What I Go to School For.
Doesn't seem creepy at all to me. I'm from a council estate, and I know someone that slept with both mother, granddaughter, and then like 3 generations of women. So,
Is that not creepy?
well, you know,
Just a night out.
I've got this weird mix of emotions now you've said that, Leon, where I'm sort of feel repulsed, but also I want to applaud that.
well, you know, maybe they recommended him to each other. Like, you know, it's been a bit dry. Well, you know, so and so from down the road. It's really good. I can highly recommend him.
They gave him 5 stars on Knob Advisor. Nice.
He was an heirloom. He was passed down from generation to generation.
I'd love to have seen the probate on that inheritance. Kitty, various excellent songs about crashing weddings, oddly enough, including Busted. What? Who'd have thought so much talk about Busted tonight? It's mad. McFly. Oh no, that was definitely Busted, not McFly. The Vicar of Dibley, It Should Have Been Me. That is a banger, even though the plot will be awful in real life. Christmas songs are bad. I hate Last Christmas. Doesn't rhyme properly. Gave You My Heart should rhyme with Tore It Apart, not Gave It Away. Good point. Oh God, That's What I Go to School For is horrendous. The teacher is a predator. Yes. Yes. And there's about a 16-year age difference. It's really examined. That's What I Go to School For. It's weird. That was their debut song as well. Was it Busted? Well, yeah, it was. It was definitely Busted. It was definitely Busted. Right, on to our next question, which is, when the first lockdown hit a year ago, did you panic buy anything?
I didn't get a blooming chance.
Hmm.
Boris announced it on the 23rd, so lockdown's going to be a year old in 2 days' time.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that I was due to get paid for 2 days after that. And I'd gone to my local. Funnily enough, I was actually on a Facebook group earlier talking about this. And I went to my local store around the corner to try and buy stuff. And I just burst into tears because I walked in and like the shelves were already bare, and it was only like 8:45, 9:45 at night, and I couldn't stop crying. I was like, "How am I going to feed my child?"
It was weird.
But I managed. I coped.
Oh yeah, I didn't necessarily panic buy. I panicked that they was going to shut down all the Chineses, so I ordered a Chinese the night that they said we're going into lockdown.
I just told you I was scared I was going to starve to death.
Were you scared of them closing down the Chineses because of Wuhan, or just generally because of food shortages?
Just because they said we was all going to get locked down, like McDonald's, I knew McDonald's was shut because the kids were already upset about that. My son asked if we could go to McDonald's. I said it's shut. He said Greg's. I said it's shut. He said, how are we going to eat? I said, I will cook for you. He said, oh my God, we're going to die.
Restaurant critic in the making. Amazing. It was weird because I remember sort of this. By this point, we were under halfway through the toilet roll bit. Well, because that had started like a good couple of weeks beforehand. So Quentin, what about you?
So I remember me and my fiance had like an agreement of if you see tinned tomatoes in the shops, get some, because like they were really hard to get. I didn't have to panic buy toilet rolls because I was like moving house just as like we were going in, like I was moved in to my current place, like as lockdown was hitting, and my old housemate, I'm not really sure why, she decided to get like eco-friendly recycled paper toilet paper, which comes in like a box of like 200 rolls or something. And it was around my birthday, but we were both moving house, so she said, just help yourself to like 30 rolls of my eco-friendly toilet paper. That
Did
can
you
be
use
your
it like
birthday
as
present.
streamers and stuff?
Wrap yourself up like a mummy.
So yeah, that was my birthday present from her last year. Was 30 rolls of very scratchy toilet paper.
Was it like that stuff that you got at school in the late 90s? It looked like
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know because I was born in '96, but just wanted to quietly make everyone else feel a bit old.
Yeah, thanks for that, mate.
But yeah, it's
a theme for
not
me on
very
this show
good.
now. What's this? That's me knocking 40. All right, Graham, what about yourself?
Pangolins, because I was very aware that there was going to be a shortage coming from the Chinese wet markets, and I'm quite partial to a bit of pangolin on toast for breakfast. So that was my. I've still got a few left, but I'm not sure if they're on the turn, I think. So.
How many did you buy? You've still got some left.
I didn't. I made it up because I was just thinking the toilet roll conversation had gone on for a bit, so I just thought I'd say pangolins, to be honest. So.
I mean, it's a funny joke, but they are an endangered animal. So,
well,
the door
the
any
ones
minute
I've got
now.
aren't. They're dead, so they're already gone. They're out of the equation, really. They're in tins, so I didn't realise you can get them in tins, but obviously you can't because I'm making it up, so I don't know.
There was like a fad on things that were completely out of supply whenever you went to the supermarket. So for about 4 or 5 weeks, it was like toilet roll. Then people moved on to pasta.
Flour.
Yeah, then and bread. Yeah, and then the flour. And so I was for some reason beef mince. So part of me was going to our local Tesco at 9 o'clock every night just to see what I could scavenge. And this is the definition of panic buying. Getting something random shit that you'll never ever use. I bought 3 tins of Nepalina lentils. It's the most middle class panic buy I've ever done. Right? Because I was thinking, oh God, no beef mince. I know, lentils. Yes, all the cheap ones had gone, and it was just these tins that were like $1.50 a pop that were left. So I bought. I think that was more than. I think like £7 worth. But just enough to fit in one pocket. I didn't even need a bag for life then. So
I panicked about this was not so much food, but I was panicking because no one would shake your hand, let alone give you oral. So I purchased an electronic tongue. So I thought it might get me through.
Okay, you did.
Yeah.
She has a smile on her face.
That was a genuine buy, by the way. You can see that on my Facebook. I genuinely bought a tongue.
Nice.
I'm having a real difficulty picturing what an electronic tongue looks like. Because in my mind, it is just like an animatronic cow tongue which just writhes around.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, yeah. Spot on.
Is anyone else wanting to see this electronic tongue?
Yeah,
you have it to
100%.
hand, Leanne.
There's a picture. Shall I send you the picture of it? Shall I send it to you, Alex?
Yes. Send me the picture. As soon as that comes through, then I'll. Oh dear. Oh man, I've also got 9 BBC News notifications. I think the world might have ended again. Not to panic anyone. There's one. There we go. Fruit flavored condoms because the girlfriend was afraid that she was not going to get her 5 a day. Oh, Darren. Darren.
Rim shot. Denied.
Darren, you're on special measures. You can do better than that, and you know you can. Right. Oh, nothing yet. No. Oh, I've just got a photo from downstairs. Apparently, Bruce is interrupting the television watching. You see that?
Oh.
So that is
What's
Bruce
the program
going,
in the background? What's he watching?
Not this.
He's not. No, he's not watching anything. He's just like in front of it, like going. Clearly, I'm the better thing to look at. All right. Yeah. So have you found the pic yet, Leanne?
I have, yeah. Do you want to hold it up?
Yeah. Hold it up. And I'll full screen you. Wow.
Oh.
So you
What are
got
the
settings
settings?
like mid, low, high, mid, low, and off.
Yeah.
Right.
That's bigger than I expected.
That's,
I mean, it's bigger in terms of like the controller. I was kind of expecting the tongue itself to be longer.
Sorry, I forgot to tell you off solo layout. That got awkward.
I mean, I suppose if you're going to buy one, you want it to be big, don't you?
I do, certainly.
it's not
Yeah,
something I've
that's-
given a lot of thought to be honest, in the past. But,
Well,
I like to
expand your
think-
horizons, Graham.
Yeah, we bring a new horizons on this show. Alleyways that you never thought you'd go down. Yeah, so that's as you imagine. That sparked quite a lot of comments. Darren is having far too much fun tonight. Great show. Nice halo light reflected. Thank you. And Roger has put a comment on which links nicely onto what we're going to end the show with. He's put Vapor Vibrator. Now, Vapor Vibrator is a game that we played once upon a time on this show quite a while back. And we're going to finish with a game that's pretty similar. So from the people that bought you Vapor Vibrator and Jazz Musician or Sex Position comes our brand new game, Cow or Car. So I'm going to give each of you a name, and you have to tell me if you think if it's a make of car or a breed of cow. Okay. So Graham, we're going to come to you first.
okay. Do we have to show our working?
No. You just you can think out loud, a bit like how they do on Tipping Point, where they give you the pissing life stories to get into the answer. You know what I mean? So Graham, your name is Limousine. Cow or car?
I mean, I think this might be well, not a red herring because that would be a fish, but I think you've knocked the E off, and therefore I'm going to say it's probably a cow. But either way, I'll have a ride in one quite happily, just to pass the time. It's probably, yeah, I think it's a cow.
It's a cow. That's final answer locked in, and you are right. It is a cow, and that is a limousine. There we are.
Fine looking beast as well.
A fine-looking beast. So that is a French cow, and its scientific name sounds more like a car than its real name. It's called a Bos Taurus. So,
That's like a
one
good
for
hardy sort of RV type name, isn't it? Or
yeah. Loving Alistair's French pronunciation. Yeah, it's probably miles off. So yeah, apologies for my French pronunciation. Next one, Lou, you're next, and your name is Jamira. Jamira, cow or car? This is really tricky. Or she's
Cow.
frozen on that.
Because I cannot think of any car that's called a Jamira.
You're saying cow.
No, cow.
Cow. Okay.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, you're wrong. It's a car. It's a Koenigsegg, Jamira.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wow.
So yeah, I feel like we've learned something.
Well, I haven't got that kind of money, so that's why I don't know.
Fair enough. Quenby, you're next, and your name is the Ignis. Ignis, cow or car?
That feels like the kind of wanky name some marketing executive would come up with for a car.
Okay, all right.
I actually like Quenby Ignis as a name for something.
That's not bad.
The Quenby Ignis.
I just legally changed my name. I could have had that as my middle name. I went for Quenby CJ Harley. I could have been Quenby Ignis Harley.
You're right, Graham. It's got a ring to it, certainly. Certainly. So you're saying car because it sounds wanky enough to be a car, and you're right. It's a Suzuki. It's a Suzuki wanky Ignis.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of thinking the Ignis would look sexier than that. I was like, that is car, which does not. It doesn't look cool enough to be called Ignis.
when you compare
Agnes,
it to
that's an Agnes. That's
it
a
is an
Suzuki
Agnes. When you compare it to the Gemera or even the limousine, it doesn't look nearly as sexy.
More miles to the gallon of the limousine as well.
You do. Leanne, you're next. Your name? Parda Alpina. Cow or car?
I'm gonna go cow because it would feel like a cross. Maybe there's like a cow called Parda and Alpina, and they've got them to do it together, and they've created this awesome new breed.
Cow. You are right to go cow, and it's quite a photogenic cow. Look at that.
Wow.
This looks like a scene out of like an all bovine Sound of Music.
That is one good looking cow.
I can't believe we didn't do a Sound of Music pun. It's been painful but worth it, I think.
It would be. I was harmonising then, but that's a bit too late.
You know what? It's a good looking cow, and with that name, it would feel like a middle class cow.
It does actually. But if we think, we've got a bonus one now that we've been through everyone. We've got a bonus one, and I couldn't resist this just because of the name. It's probably a bit obvious, so feel free to shout out cow or car for the final one. The Beef Master.
If it was a car, I'd be very happy. I'd like to go cruising in a Beefmaster, I think. That'd be.
Now, if you'd have said grill or name of a pub, then yeah.
Have you ever been to a Beefmaster
Most
before?
people don't know this, but that's actually Mr. Blobby's name on Grindr.
Beefmaster.
Or if he's really good,
Nice.
the Queefmaster. That would be.
Oh, very
He's
nice.
really on it.
Very nice. Any more before I reveal if it's cow or car?
Is it the name of Leanne's electric tongue? Is that the
I
brand
mean,
name? Beefmaster 3000.
Would that make like my parts the beef?
It should be. No, what it should be. This should be the name of one of your cats.
I was just thinking that, yeah. So
Probably the young
Ginger
one.
Pussy and the Beef Master.
Which actually sound like a male and female DJing duo from the late 80s.
Or an unlikely Marvel superhero pairing. That's what's coming next. It's Ginger Pussy and the Beef Master fighting crime together.
Yeah, it's a Disney Plus series. Isn't the Beefmaster a darts player? Just the curtains. Thanks, Darren. Is it Leanne's dildo? Yes, we're on similar lines to you there. Well, you won't believe your eyes when I show you a picture. This is the Beefmaster.
Wow.
It's a cow. Look at the size of the thing.
It
number
looks
plate at the back there.
like it's on steroids. It looks like a cow that's just at the gym 5 days a week, just on steads for its breakfast.
It's skipped leg day though.
Yeah,
It's a little bit like a
The top of it.
a little bit like a stretched cow, like a stretched limo. It's just like someone's like cut it in half and added more cow in the middle.
Or if you're doing like a panoramic photo and somebody keeps walking, like the cow's kept walking and it's gotten stretched all the way through.
But the front of it already looks cooked. See right there around the neck, it already looks cooked.
Say what Graham was saying about it's got its own number plate. It looks like it was born with those numbers on it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fantastic.
so there we go. So that was Cow or Car, the first and possibly the last time that we'll play that game. So thank you very much for taking part. So that is pretty much it for the show. So before we go, we'll go around everybody and just say if you've got anything to plug, even if it is just your socials. So Leanne, we'll come to you first. Anything to plug?
Yeah, so if you just follow me on anything, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, it's Leanne Easthope. I'm narcissistic and I like to use my own name. So
cool. You're in good company. Lou, you're next.
Yes, I've just come back out of retirement. So if you want to follow me, I'm on pretty much everything as well as at CSHQ official. Or just search Lou Williams and you'll find me eventually. I think possibly.
Excellent. Vicky, Jack of Clubs, waded in with if The Rock was a cow. Yes, good point. That is a ball, Alex. I can see why they call it the Master. Surprised Alex got that wrong, considering the amount of ball he puts up with usually. Really, Stuart? Really? At Stuart, rim shot? No, it's too late for rim shots. Graham, you're next. Anything to plug, sir?
Yeah, I have a podcast about comedians and their mental health. It's called Sparks of Madness, and I've got an episode coming out tomorrow, and then later this week I'm actually speaking to Leanne to record the next episode. So it's quite lighthearted, it's quite fun. It's called Sparks of Madness. Give it a listen, and sorry for ducking out for 15 minutes because of my wife. I was wank. £80 a month.
It's okay. We replaced you quite easily.
It should be a good episode because you all know I've got mental health problems. So.
I'm looking forward to it. Well, he's got an opening gambit now with Beefmaster the Tongue. So, good way to start. Quimby, anything to plug?
You can find me on socials at Quimby Creatives. I have a website with my writing stuff at quimbycreatives.com. And I recently started a podcast called Desert Island Dildos, where I talk to people about sex and sexuality. So I've got an episode coming out on Wednesday, which I need to finish editing, where we talk about. I talked to a disabled sex worker about their experiences, and we ramble a bit about toxic masculinity.
Cool. Excellent. All right. Well, that is everything. So thanks very much again to my panel, Graham Rayner, Lou Williams, Quenry Harley, and Leanne Easthope. Until next Sunday at 8:30, stay awkward.